Hello again, welcome back to Joe's Home Flavors. My name is Joe Silva and today I'm going to be cooking something called Sericaia. Sericaia is another one of the Portuguese traditional Christmas treats that we cooked around this time as well. It's from the center of Portugal, from a region called Alentejo, and it's a proper treat. All you need for it is some milk, some eggs, sugar, a little bit of flour, cinnamon, and a cinnamon stick, and also lemon peel. So the first thing we're going to be needing to do is to bring this milk to a boil, and we need to flavor it with some lemon peel and the cinnamon stick. So we have a cinnamon stick here, that goes in there. I have a little lemon here. I'm going to peel a little bit of that peel. Try to get only the yellow parts rather than the white parts, and the reason for that is because the yellow part will give it a flavory lemon flavor, and the white part will make it bitter, which is not what we want. So our milk is pretty much done. It's already boiling, so we're going to stop this, and I'm going to remove that lemon peel and dispose of it, as well as the cinnamon stick. Okay, so this milk now we need to reserve and let it cool off a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do that. So it needs to cool off a little bit now, and as it does that, we're now going to move on to the eggs. So the eggs, we're going to need to separate the egg whites from the egg yolk. We're going to use them both, but in separate instances of the recipe. So yolks onto the mixer bowl, and egg whites we need to reserve for later. So reserve the whites, and we should now add the sugar to this yolks. And we need to mix this until it becomes whitish sort of cream. Okay, so now we'll take another pot, and we will get this flour in there and incorporate the milk until it's ready to incorporate the rest of the prepare. We should use a whisk for this to prevent any lumps on the flour. Remember, this milk is already aromatized with the lemon peel and the cinnamon stick. Okay, we should take our eggs now. And we should incorporate this in the milk with the flour. We should stir it and bring it to incorporate itself, so the eggs, the flour and the milk to come together as a custard, and but we shouldn't allow it to boil. Again, if you can, use the whiskers to prevent any lumps. It's now a custard, so it's nice and thick. We should leave it to cool down before we incorporate the egg whites. In the meantime, we will need to beat those egg whites until they are nice and fluffy. Okay, now we will need to whisk these egg whites into a fluffy cloud consistency. Okay, our egg whites are now in the consistency we're looking for, which is this fluffy white, and we are now going to gently incorporate these on the custard that we have over here. The idea is to incorporate it gently, not to whisk it, so it doesn't lose all that air that has been incorporated in the egg whites. Okay, so we want it uniform sort of mix, but we don't want to lose all that air that we've been incorporating in the egg whites. Okay. So as you can see, this is now a very homogeneous mix and very fluffy and light sort of mix, and this is what we were going for. And I have preheated the oven at 180 degrees, and we're going to put this in the oven baking white dish so that it will bake in the oven for about 40 minutes at 180 degrees. So this is what I mean by a white dish. This is a clay dish that it's ready to go to the oven, and rather than pouring the whole thing into the dish, I'm going to spoon it and put it on a plate, one spoon at a time, so it will mount a consistency going from the center of the plate onto the borders, and at the end result will make a complete difference than if I would just pour the whole thing in there. Okay, so spoon by spoon, nice and easy. Try to spread it around as best we can. So now we have it on the dish, nice and fluffy. We need to coat it with cinnamon, and this needs to be completely covered with cinnamon. That's how it should look. Don't be shy. Okay, and now it will go in the oven, preheated at 180 degrees Celsius, and it will stay there for about 40 minutes until it's properly cooked. Okay, so here we have it, folks. This is the Sericaia. This is the one I promised you when at the beginning of this video. We now need to cut it open. It's still a bit warm. You shouldn't serve it warm because it's still getting used to its shape and stabilizing on its own shape, but it's pretty okay, I think. So we are going to give it a go. We normally, this typically is served with plum compote, but in our home we rather have poached pears, which you can find the recipe also down here. So poached pears, it's a bit lighter than the plums in my taste. The plums flavor are a bit too caramelized and a bit too sweet, and I think this just goes absolutely great with our Sericaia. And yeah, and let's serve it and see if it goes well. Now we should get some syrup on there. So let's find out how this Sericaia is tasting. Wow. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how fluffy that is. Look. Really light and fluffy. It's like It's like you're eating clouds, fluffy clouds. Really nice. And the mixture of flavors and all this cinnamon, it really screams Christmas. And it really takes me back to all those Christmas with my family. And yeah, and I think you should give it a go, and you probably won't regret it. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Give it a go. See if you can incorporate this into your Christmas traditions. And there's more things to come, so keep posted. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you do like the video or the recipe or both, just come back and give us a thumbs up. And we need all the support we can get. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Is it dinner time already? I'm already starting with the dessert. Am I allowed to have 2 desserts?